And of course, the episode opens with Lisa whining to her ugly husband about Jen. And he looks like he has suffered through this conversation 14,000 times. Just glazed over look in his eye. She's a turd stirrer. She's like a little whiskney. You really are trying to make these jokes land, but they keep crashing in the hangar before takeoff. Meanwhile, Mary's telling her step-grand husband, is this a brown girl thing? They trying to lump me in with Jen. No, the rumors about you are the same and persistent. You're both thieves. Thieves. Has nothing to do with skin tone or complexion. You both are just stealing from the people. The elderly or the infirmed. Meanwhile, Jenny on the phone with her husband upset that Meredith didn't hire a private investigator. Who does that? People with money. People who don't want anybody messing with their family, but you're too worried about your husband finding another wife, so you need a private investigator to check up on his butt. So as Lisa is whining to her ugly husband, Jen gives her a message. Oh, this is my new number. Just wanted to have some coffee and chat. And Lisa's like, I don't know if I want to hang out with a felon. Well, an almost felon. Allegedly. Jen goes on and calls Heather because she knows she's a soft touch. How are the kids? The kids are great. How are your charges? That's the issue. My kids are feeling fine and unfraudulent. Lisa says, I will get back to Jen, but it'll be when I'm ready because I don't think I know anything about her. No, you gonna get back to Jen when it's convenient for your plot line. Jen's at lunch with Heather and she's tearing up because she wanted to know who her friends were and Heather was the only one that picked up without any question. Well, I gotta say Heather low-key stupid because you giving me a Phaedra Parks tea. I gotta watch my social around you. Jen says, thanks for coming to lunch. I really need a friend right now. No, you need a good lawyer. What you need is a time machine to go back and undo what you've done. Stop frauding oldsters. That's what you need. But you ain't got that. Heather can't help you. From the Who's Cow. So Jen starts telling Heather all about her arrest, how they pulled her over, handcuffed her, put her in a break room, and it's like, I'm sorry. The police aren't going to say we just want to talk and arrest you. It's either or. Now, Jen Shah is upset that the police held her son at gunpoint. But shouldn't you be upset with yourself for putting your child in that situation with your illegal activities? You were the whole reason the police were called. If you had been earning legal money, this wouldn't have happened. In my mind, you can't put nobody in a situation, then be mad they're in the situation you put them in. You need to be mad at yourself, thieving heifer. In the back pedal and the pee-pop. Stuart's not my business partner. Now, you've said he's your business partner and your assistant 800 times, but now you barely know the man. So Whitney tells charlatan Shaw, Lisa wants to distance herself. She was calling every lawyer she knew asking how this was going to affect her. Jen gonna say, Lisa, are you my real friend? Lisa ain't nobody's friend. Lisa only cares about how she looks and how she looks. You should have known that heifer was using you to stay on the show. But I guess you didn't know.
And Meredith has just completely decided to disengage after the events of last week. She just says these are too many drops in the bucket.
The only thing that Meredith could be doing is taking the indictment and using it against me. You mean like the court of law is using it against you? Because they the ones really using it against you. Meredith is just assessing, and yeah, you apologize, but your apologies don't mean shit. Oh, Jen wants a big I'm sorry when she's proven innocent. Yeah, sweetie, Stuart done already snitched on your sorry self. That ain't gonna happen. So with Whitney and her coot, they've just ordered some Chipotle. I guess Meredith is coming over, but Twink Marks has soccer practice. That sissy ain't playing nobody's soccer. Whitney having some trouble with her little skincare line, and I'm like, why are you blowing your family's savings on this? Now, it worked out for Heather, but I don't know about you, boo. You ain't got the beauty lab. You might need to team up with somebody, because, you got good skin, but I think we need a little more knowledge behind the product. Lord, her coot kept it funky. He said, look, with our age difference, I'm going to be gone. He said, I am clocking out. I need to have some money to leave my kid, and I want to make sure you're okay too. Life insurance, it's tax-free. And have it set up where it goes into a trust. Meanwhile, at Pack Rat Mary, she's hired somebody to get that filthy mess of a closet together. Mary, you're supposed to be a woman of God, but your wigs are so unholy, dry, and unholy. I can't do it. Mary said for the past 20 years she's bonded with things in her closet rather than her family. Don't you have a whole son? Mm-hmm. Then again, I don't know how the attachment works when it's the son of your step grandpappy. I don't know how that works. Children of incest and whatnot. Meredith and Lisa go horseback riding. Lisa tells Meredith, Jen asked me out to tea, but I don't know what I want to do right now.
Well, I'm not engaging.
It's 100% not true that I invited Cameron to start this mess. Yes, you did. That's why you invited Cameron. We see through your shit, Lisa. Now you want to blame Whitney and Heather, Lisa, because they said they were tired of you lying and being two-faced in front of Mary? You telling people that somebody mortgaged their house for her, but then you go to her room and warn her, the girls are talking about your church. Whitney and Heather just didn't want to participate in the ball. Meredith said, we all have a part to play in this. All of us are guilty of talking behind each other's back and not saying stuff to the face. Changing our tunes with a backpedal and pussy pop. A backpedal and pussy pop. But Lisa says, oh my God, no. No, I need somebody to have my back on this. It's not me. It's not because of me. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You the main shit stir. You the main whisk, as you like to say. You probably one of them cheap plastic ones that gets ruined when you make some decent eggs. You know those whisks.
Well, I feel very offended by that statement because I stood up for you. Don't go there.
Mayor, quiet as is kept, you should have dropped Lisa when she started climbing up Jen Shah's stink hole. I am gonna go there. They kept making it about me. I didn't want it to be about me. It was about you spreading rumors and telling lies and then getting up in Mary's face, skinning and grinning while she hands out presents that she stole from Louis Vuitton. Lisa, the only one that is obsessed with you is you. They count Lisa Barlow's when they go to sleep. One Lisa Barlow, two. Ain't nobody thinking about your bony butt. Meredith is just sitting there, she's really trying not to laugh at her crazy friend. Lisa could barely keep a straight face on. So Jenny gonna do a Vietnamese dinner and we gonna sit down and have the heifers suss it out. I want to try Vietnamese food. I never have. We had more Mandarin Chinese in New York, and they have more Cantonese Chinese out here. So some of the seasonings with Chinese food is different. I guess Japanese food is still the same. Yeah, I would say the Japanese food out here tastes like the same as it does on the East Coast. But I've never had like pho or I've had ramen, but I'm not the biggest ramen fan. But yeah, I gotta try some pho. Jenny, I'm gonna be honest with you. The only time you're interesting is when you've got your daughter with you. That's not a good look. Back with Jen and Coach Shah, they're sitting down to peck at some Popeyes. You need to be worrying about that restitutu that's about to be handed down, because they will take your retirement, Coach Shah. They will. You better get rid of her. Jen, you really gonna whine to your husband about how Lisa Barlow is treating you when you're facing federal fraud charges and looking at 20 years and millions in restitutu, but you have time to worry about Lisa Barlow? Then again, your priorities have been fucked up since you came out the pussy, so why am I surprised? Talking about ride or die and we together for better or for worse. We together unless you fuck my coin up. That's the I ain't gonna be broke for nobody. Fuck that. Fuck it with a sick dick. Broke? I will hold your hand. I will be there. Now, if you go broke, I'll be there for you. I ain't going broke. Not over no dumb shit. Like, if you get sick and we gotta spend some money on that, that's one thing. We keeping you alive. But just some criminal shit, losing my retirement to restitution, nah, that's dumb shit. That ain't better or for worse. That's stupidity. You know what? I will be with you for better or for worse, because sometimes life throws you a curveball. But, dumb shit, that ain't in better or worse. It's better. I will be with you for better or for worse. I ain't going with you through no dumb shit. And going broke over restitution, that's dumb shit. Because you just could have not done what you ended up having to pay restitution for. Mm-mm. Coach Shaw, you really believe that Jen is innocent? Really? You can't be that stupid. And the reason people aren't there for you is because you're mean and you yell at people. Nobody wants to put up with your antics. You were a complete ass last season. I can see why your family ain't fucking with you. I see why your husband damn near left you. And he should have. Ooh, he should have. You know, moments like this make me really reconsider legal marriage. I'm like, maybe I'll just leave you my shit when I'm dead. And you won't even know about it. I'll just drop and then you'll be like, oh, well, wasn't that nice of him? Okay, Coach Shaw, I guess you're trying to have your dramatic moment now. I'm telling you, my family loves you. No, they don't. They telling you need to ease on down the road, quick, fast, and in a hurry. That's why they ain't calling her. They never wanted you with that heifer. They always knew. Jen's one of them heifers where you're like, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised she got an indictment. Jen, you don't understand why this is happening. Maybe you need to watch that documentary because they explained it very clearly. You're a fraud. Swindling senior citizens. It's sorry. It's just sorry. And for gaudy dresses and rented homes. Later that day, Whitney's having her rebrand photo shoot, and Jenny and Heather stop by. Jenny finally had a point. 13 episodes in, the heifer finally has a point. She's like, where's the product in this photo shoot? Okay, we got clear skin. Can we see you use it? Like, give me that Neutrogena splashing the face in the sink. So Jenny invites Heather and Whitney to her pho night. And Whitney says, is Jen gonna be there? Of course Jen's gonna be there. Okay, I guess I'll go. Just make sure to leave my social and debit card at the Heezy. Heather says, well, I went to lunch with the heifer and she believes in her innocence. And she's the only one. They do not investigate you since 2016, so we're going on 6 years. The federal government is not going to investigate you for 6 years and come up with nothing. Here comes Jenny again. Do you believe her? And Heather said, I'm sick of these movie commercials, only in theaters. Ain't nobody going. Ain't nobody going. I want to watch that shit at home with my popcorn, my bathroom, my lack of the Vivi. Now we got the Omarion variant out. There's going to be another one. Stay safe this holiday season, y'all. Heather finally said, well, I hope and pray she's innocent. The question was, do you believe her? Not what you hope and pray. Do you believe? Heather said, I'm a sidestep it. Heather said, let me shimmy on out of that. Whitney said, I'm sick of fighting with Lisa. Every time I turn around, Heather dropping breadcrumbs, having people surprise me at restaurants to say, oh, it wasn't me. Remember at the beginning of the season when she called her friends and said, don't cater this other heifer's party? I'm with you, I'd be tired of Lisa too. I mean, if you're going to be a puppet master, be a good puppet master. Lisa's lies leave a lot to be desired. Whitney said this didn't sit right with me, so I went straight to the source. I called Cameron himself. Sarah Paulson, her cousin Angela, yeah, she gave her the number. Whitney said, yeah, we had a good 2-hour conversation, so I'm just going to go to Lisa since she's the one who planted the seeds. I'll bring her crop. So Whitney says, you know what? I need Meredith to have this conversation with Mary so she can't shut all of us down. And Mary will hush you up real quick. I will say that. Well, that was the shit. And I'll see you next week.